Hola. Let's see if this is gonna work tonight. Curious how many times it's gonna drop out. It seemed like it dropped out half a dozen times yesterday. It was kind of a mess. Oh god. Hang on. China. Jeez Louise. This will just take a second. Sure. Hang on. 2 seconds. I hate my keyboard at work so much and I type on it so much that now I type like crap on my keyboard at home and I love this keyboard. So I'm buying all these locks from China and I bought 50 of them last week. And initially they told me they weren't going to go out until Saturday this week. And I was like, there's absolutely no way. Like, the world will be on fire if that happens. So, okay, they were like, okay, we'll try to get them out sooner. And then they were like, okay, we'll get them out last Saturday. I was like, okay, that's much better. I can handle that. And coming to work this morning, and they're like, we got your lock shipped out to your manufacturer. I was like, what are you talking about? Your manufacturer in China. Like, we have a manufacturer in China that builds our stuff. I'm like, no. Like, I need those locks here. Like, they're gonna get their own samples to do their own R&D for us, but I need those locks here. So they sent all of my locks to our manufacturer in China instead of sending them to me. It was kind of a nightmare, but I don't know. It's probably like 8 a.m. there right now, and it's 10 o'clock here. It's kind of a nightmare sometimes because I end up doing this stuff late at night. But if I don't do it now, they'll be like getting ready to leave work by the time that I get there at 7:30 in the morning, you know? So it's like I got to do it now or else it won't get done. But anyways, I'll keep an eye on that. If I had to take another one, just bear with me. Let me put it over on the screen so I can see what's going on. So, what's new, you say? Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Pretty decent day overall. Um, didn't do any welding on that trailer. It's actually pretty sketch. And I told him I didn't want to fix it. It has like the door drops down on the back. Huge door. It's like this is a really tall trailer. The door weighs like 500 pounds. It's like a garage door spring on it. And it's literally on the verge of like ripping that entire thing off. And if it like rips it off, it's going to come off with massive amounts of force and decapitate someone. It's crazy. So I told him I didn't want to fix it. I was like, it's under warranty. Just have them fix it. So no welding today. Got a little bit more work done on that lock retrofit stuff. So it's pretty well sorted until these locks show up, which hopefully they'll make it here by Friday. I think they're a day ahead of us. So it would be like Tuesday morning there right now. I think so. So if they ship out today, hopefully they'll be here by Friday. And then I can get trucking on that. Doing some research on getting a replacement trailer. A not enclosed trailer, like an open deck lowboy type trailer. Gooseneck would be nice. So I was doing some research on that today. Hadn't heard from my ex, since I sent that message. She sent me some pictures. She's currently in Africa right now. And I don't know what that was. She sent me some pictures this morning, which is cool. Looks like she's having a good time. I'm really happy that she did that. She's like adventurous, but I'm just proud that she like did this trip. That's a pretty big deal. And yeah, it was cool. I'm glad she's having a good time. Happy for her, Very cool. But yeah, it was cool to see pictures. She looks good. She always did. There's no question about that. But I don't know. Touch base a little bit more today. See if oh Lord. Hang on, China again. 1 second. Can't see, my cup's in the way. Change the packing list info just for customs. Got that sorted, so it's all kosher now. Hopefully they'll give me a tracking number soon. I can relay that tomorrow. I think everyone in the entire universe uses WhatsApp. Except for us. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't use WhatsApp for anything. I literally never used WhatsApp. And now, like, all of this stuff that I'm dealing with in China and whatnot, that's literally the only way you can talk to these people. I don't even think they have emails. It's crazy. But I don't know. It's just convenient, I guess. Makes it a little bit easier that way. Where is I going? Oh, yeah. She sent me pictures. She looks good. As always. Looks like she's having a good time. It's crazy. Like, the culture shock, I would imagine, would be insane. And of course, she's like the only like white person there. So it's like, I don't know. It's wild. Yeah, it's very cool. I always wanted to do something like that. I think Vietnam has always been on my bucket list. I'd like to do that sometime. I think that would be really cool. Just go spend like 2 weeks there and buy a scooter and just tour around the country. Not make any not book anything, just like wing it. That's definitely my style. But yeah, we kind of touched base a little bit. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, just telling her where I'm at on stuff. We'll see what happens. Try to keep my expectations in check. You know, we've both had some issues when we started dating, for sure. We both had a lot of craziness in our lives. And to be honest, we probably both weren't in a good place to be dating when we started dating. So naturally, it just turned into a shit show. But I don't know. I think maybe just completely starting from scratch. I'm sure there'll be some growing pains there, but I don't know. We'll see. Take it day by day. You know what I mean? What else been going on? Yeah, pretty good day overall at work. Nothing too wild. Yeah, after work, came home. I noticed my turn signals weren't working on the truck, which is very bizarre. Well, okay. When I left work, my turn signals and my hazards weren't working, or so I thought. You turn them on, and the dash, no turn signal lights would come up, no clicking, you know, like they're blinking or anything. So the whole way home, I was like, oh, great. You know, my turn signals are busted. I wonder what happened. Yada, yada, yada. Stopped by, parts store, got a turn signal switch, came home. Wasn't the turn signal switch. And kept digging, kept digging, kept digging. Well, if it was dark, I would have known what was wrong with it right away. It had blown the fuse for the interior dome light. And that made the turn signals on the dash not work. And get this, when you turn the turn signals on, before I replaced the fuse, they worked on the truck, like on the front and the back. They all worked. But just they didn't work on the dash and it didn't make a clicky sound, which is very bizarre. I never, yeah, I don't know, kind of threw me for a loop, but anyways, it's fixed. Put a new fuse in, it's good. So that's nice. Started raining this afternoon. I was kind of bummed. I was like, oh man, didn't get to run today because it's raining like a son of a gun. And finally, maybe like around 7, it started to let up a little bit. And I checked the radar and there was kind of a gap. So I was like, all right, let's go hit it. So went out, ran, got about halfway through, and it started raining. It is what it is. It's fine. So I ran like 3/4 of my run in the rain, which is fine. My shoes are wet. Hopefully they'll dry out by tomorrow. I might need to put them in the dryer or something. I just hate putting my shoes in the dryer. They always get ruined. Let me see. Actually did pretty good today, seeing as how I haven't ran the past 2 days. So I tried to make up for it today. Headphone warning. No, I did run on Saturday. I didn't run yesterday. And I didn't run Friday. I was working on the boat. Went to the lake Saturday, but then I ran after I got back from the lake. Didn't run yesterday because I was sunburnt. Ran today. Where's my thing? My heart rate was kind of out of control today. I think that might be because it was raining, so I wasn't as hot, but I was still pushing really hard. Where does it say activity? I don't know how to work this. Sound like an old man. Where is my workout? I want averages. I want today. This one? All right, 6 miles total. Man, I need to figure this out. I know I did 4 miles today. And I'm pretty sure 3 of my miles were 12 minutes and one of them was like 13:02. But I need to figure out where I can find that. Let me Google it real quick. This is going to drive me bananas. Fitness app, maybe? I was looking in health. Maybe it's in fitness. Ah, yeah, there it is. 4.02. Oh. Dang it. I was close. 12:20, 12:39, a 13:02, and a 13:04. Almost. $12.49 average pace. That's pretty decent for 4 miles for me. Don't judge. But yeah, it was good. My legs are pretty sore today. Hopefully the weather looks kind of sketchy this week. Hopefully it's not too bad. So I can at least get some more in. Man, I just don't like running in the mornings. Yeah, should be good tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday might be questionable. PM storms. Friday should be fine. Night storms, night storms, night storms, PM storms, PM storms. Yeah, I think it would be good. It'd be hot. I need to bring more water with me to work. I could definitely tell I was struggling today because I was pretty dehydrated. I didn't drink enough water today. But still good overall. Running in the rain was kind of fun. My headphones, though. I ordered new headphones today because the ones that I got, I like them. I love them for like work. They're awesome. But once I start sweating and stuff, they don't stay in my ears. And it drives me nuts. I had to push them in all the time. Of course, I'm an iPhoner. So I got Beats with the Apple chip in them so that they're easy to pair and whatnot. but I got refurb ones because I'm a tight ass. And I just said the other day that I need to buy a new watch, but I'm not going to do that yet. Headphones are more important. My watch still works. I just can't really wear it all day because it'll die. But that's fine. What else? I don't know. Caught up on a little bit of YouTube since it was raining and whatnot, but I think that's about it otherwise. Back to the old book ski. See what we got here. Being all equal and independent. No one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions. Oh yeah, we talked about that yesterday. How would an attractive member of your preferred sex seeing you in a bar describe you? A ghost? Because I don't like going to the bar. But if it wasn't a bar and it was somewhere else, I don't know. So weird. I've had some people call me intimidating. I don't know. Maybe I have resting bitch face or something. I try to be pretty light-hearted, but I maybe it's the bald head. Not a whole lot of people rock that these days. I guess that could be kind of intimidating. But in general, I don't think that's the case. But I have literally had people tell me that before. So let's not put that down, but I wouldn't think that I'd be intimidating. I think I don't know. Try to take care of my physical appearance. Clean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if I'm out with other people, I'm usually smiling, having a good time, just enjoying myself. I do try to carry myself well when I won't like walk and stuff. You know, shoulders back, that kind of stuff. Kind of like make that a thing, stand tall. I'm kind of not really like a big like center of attention kind of guy. I don't know. Oh man, hang on. I gotta kill this fly. Let me turn this off because this is gonna get violent. I didn't want to knock the camera over. I think I got him. I'm a big time observer. I like to people watch. Maybe that's why. Maybe I don't think I'm standoffish, but I'm present, attentive. I don't know. I don't know what else to put. What dreams would you regret not pursuing if you died right now? Job. Moving. I still have. So I've been to a lot of the national parks in the U.S. I'd say probably over half. I would like to keep seeing those. Um, one big one that I had that I'd knocked off my list last last year, might have been last year, was Crater Lake. That place is absolutely freaking awesome. And I went in April or May, I want to say. And that was one of the most brutal motorcycle trips I've ever taken in my whole life. It was insane. The weather was horrific. I on the way up to Crater Lake, there was a lot of snow. The roads were clear, but there was a lot of snow. And then by the time that I made it up to Crater Lake, there was literally like 20 feet of snow, like just outside. I missed that fly. I think I got him. Maybe. There was literally like 20 feet of snow. Like they cleared the parking lots, but then the buildings, like they had to dig tunnels to the front doors. It was so crazy. I've never seen so much snow in my life. And I missed him. And oh, my focus is messed up. There we go. And yeah, it was so cool. Like, went up to the Crater Lake area and just had to like hike up the snow to like get a good view of it. And you're literally sitting like on the snow, like halfway up the trees. And then there's just like Crater Lake, just pure ice blue water. Oh man, it was so cool. So cool. One of my favorite trips ever. It was awesome. But I still want to go see the redwoods down south in California. I've seen the ones up north, but I want to see the ones down south. I heard they're even bigger than the ones up north, so that would be really cool. Shop moving. National parks. South Redwoods. There's another one. I can't think of it right now. It's in California that I would like to see. I don't know. I'll think of it. But yeah, that would be cool. We accept the love we think we deserve. Yeah, remember the chaos I was telling you about? My previous relationship and how destructive we were. Yeah. Yeah. It was bad. This is another exercise. Relaxation. Go relaxing this week. Spend at least 2 hours in nature. I do that. An afternoon nap. Nah, I ain't got time for that. I mean, I'm down with the outside in nature thing. I mean, in the evenings, I really enjoy just like sitting on the porch for a little while. Of course, my runs, I go run out in the country. Go look at the corn. It's getting pretty tall. Just kind of cool. I don't know if it's relaxing, but it's relaxing for me. So I'll take that. What gives you hope? You know, probably one of the biggest things lately would be working on like my vision and other life goals that I have, and really taking a stranglehold on them. You know, I still have a lot of life left to live, and I still have things that I want to accomplish in my life. And I think those goals and dreams really solidify that. I got time. I just got to take care of myself to make sure that I'm in a good place for all that stuff to happen, and just keep making steps towards it every day. And you know, been through some like tough times throughout my life, and I'm not saying the toughest, tough for me. All right, just get that out there. But I think it helps build you as a person to learn how to navigate those problems and more resilience. And I don't want to say it hardens you, because I think hardening yourself in tough times isn't really the right way to go about it. I think building yourself and your mental capacity to deal with those problems in a healthy way helps you grow as a person overall. And the tough times don't last as long because you know how to deal with them, and you know how to navigate those problems. So, in a sense, the tough times don't seem so bad. So, yeah, hope life doesn't always suck. Not all the time. Oh, sorry, I whacked the mic. Everything you can imagine is real. Yeah, the mind's a pretty powerful thing if you really think about it. I don't know if like tangible, real, but your imagination is pretty powerful. Write down 1 to 3 things you can do to become more aware of the reasons behind your most frequent worries. I don't know. We just kind of talked about that, didn't we? You know, like becoming more resilient. This too shall pass. The bad times help you appreciate the good times. Without bad times, there would be no good times. Growth comes from discomfort. Like it. What mistakes do you constantly repeat when it comes to your health? Well, I mean, previously, I didn't really take things seriously. Um, I think probably the biggest one that could hinder things if I don't be super stringent about it would probably be alcohol, if I'm being completely honest. You know, I've been doing really good about it, and it's not really that hard. I mean, if I'm just hanging out by myself or whatever, it's like no big deal. But it's like when I get around other people that are going to town, it's like, maybe just one, you know? But I still try to like, I definitely try to keep it in like hardcore moderation, but I've gotten much, much better about it. And I don't use it as a crutch like I used to. For a long time, I used it as a crutch just to like numb things, and bad for you kids. Um, trying to think of what else. I don't know. My diet's pretty solid right now. Exercise regimen's pretty solid right now. Gave up vaping. I think the true testament though will be like once winter comes around. I'm going to have to figure something out for winter time. Whether, man, I don't know. Luckily, I still have a few months to not worry about it. So hopefully in that amount of time I can figure something out. I mean, I guess I could pick up a treadmill off Marketplace for $50, but I guess we'll see. I don't really like treadmill. Like when I'm running, I like want to go somewhere, see stuff. I don't want to like sit in the living room and just go to town. I don't know. Maybe it won't be as bad as I imagine. Talking myself out of it, as you can tell. I mean, I guess I could always like buck up for a Y membership in the wintertime and go make laps there and do other stuff while I'm there too, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think the rest of everything is pretty dialed in. I'm taking, an assortment of vitamins and stuff every day to help with any deficiencies I got. Thought about getting my T checked, but I'll probably wait on that. I mean, I'm pretty much at the age where it can start being a problem, but I figured I'd get really solid into this new regiment and then see how I feel. I have a feeling alcohol absolutely destroys your T levels. I've heard, anyways. So, I don't know. Maybe everything's fine. We'll see. Um, to the well organized mind, death is but the next great adventure. I don't quite understand what they mean by that. Life after death? Is that what it's referring to? Oh, it's from Harry Potter. Interesting. It reflects the perspective that views death not as an ending, but as a transition or a new experience, particularly to those who are mentally prepared and organized. Framing it as a natural progression rather than cause for fear. Phrase is often interpreted as a philosophical statement about accepting death as part of life and embracing the unknown with a sense of curiosity and readiness. I mean, in a sense, yeah. Who knows what happens after you die? You know what I mean? Not ready for it, if that means anything. But I mean, I guess when my time comes, my time comes. Try to make the best of what I got while I'm here. Oh, go figure. The next question. What are your thoughts on dying? Oh, crap. Hang on. Let me go refill my water real quick. BRB. Okay. You know, I'm definitely trying to make the best of what I got. You know, my dad, when he passed away, that kind of like solidified that no time is guaranteed around here. None at all. And, you know, I've been riding motorcycles for goodness gracious, over half my life. Ridden nearly all of the continental US, ridden Canada, ridden some in Mexico, and I mean, to be honest, you really can't have an overwhelming fear of death if you want to ride a motorcycle, especially all over the country. You know, I just try to mitigate risk as much as I can. Try to be safe about it. Try to not put myself in really precarious situations. But yeah, not ready to go yet. I still got things I want to do. Still got places I want to see. I ain't ready yet. It's not my time yet. What mistakes do you constantly repeat when it comes to your social life? Man, I don't know. Like, part of me I sometimes I'll like avoid certain social situations just because I'm like, I don't want to get into it. You know, the bar scene, club scene, all that jazz. So I tend not to go hang out with those people when they're out doing stuff. I need old friends, I think. Maybe that's what I need. I need like some old codger friends that want to go play chess in the park or something. I thought about a running buddy, but to be honest, I probably couldn't keep up. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't want to say like I'm outgrowing my friends, but maybe I'm outgrowing the social network that my friends partake in. And I don't know. Maybe in due time things will shift, but I guess that's probably my own doing because literally everyone I hang out with is younger than me. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm turning into an old man. Let me write this down. What did I call it? Their social something. Yeah, maybe I'm like kind of putting distance there just because that stuff is just not aligning with my life and like the direction I want it to go. I don't want to lose the friendships by any means because they're all such solid people and I love all of them to death. But man, going out to the bars all the time, I just can't do it. Can't do it. I mean, like they're going hard on a Wednesday. I couldn't dream of that. There ain't no way. So I don't know. Maybe I need to expand. I guess we'll just wing it and see what happens. It will never rain roses. When we want to have more roses, we must plant more roses. True. Nothing good comes free. What are your thoughts on charity? I mean, charity's good. I don't know if I have a lot of thoughts otherwise. I don't want to sound horrible, but I don't feel like I have enough abundance in my life to like partakes in charity, so to speak. But I did look into volunteer work, as something else that I could do. And in a sense, that's charity. And time is the most valuable thing you can give anyone, right? But yeah, I mean, charity is a good thing, and I should probably do more of it if I'm being completely honest. I think my main focus has been completely selfish and all me, though, lately. I want to get my ducks in a row before I start helping other people get their ducks in a row. I just spelled volunteer wrong. I just butchered that and I wrote in pen. Right, 3 things you can do to bond with yourself. This book definitely is. Talking to myself. That's basically all I'm doing here. And listening to myself, I think, is probably one of the biggest things out there. Yeah, listening to like my needs and wants and not putting a filter on it, not talking myself out of it. Um, just being brutally honest with myself. I think doing those things like overall has made a pretty big difference in just my day to day. Kind of crazy. Yeah, good stuff. What's the good of living if you don't try a few things? Amen, brother. I've done a lot. And I agree 100%. Life is for living. Man, there is so much out there to see, so much out there to experience, so many people to meet. Oh my God. It is crazy. I just, man, some people, well, I mean, we talked about this, I don't know when, but like, I'd be, oh God, I'm peel. I'm kind of getting itchy. I'd be traveling, whatever, out in the middle of who knows where, stopping to get gas and just sparking up a conversation with, some old guy. And it's just, it blows my mind. They're like, oh my God, that's so cool. You're just on your bike and you're going where? Whoa, that's insane. That's so cool. And man, what are you doing? You could do it too. You could do it in your car. You know what I mean? You just got to set aside the time and make the commitment. Just do it. It's easy. I don't know. Maybe it's not as easy as it is for me for whatever reason. Maybe other people got stuff going on and they just can't do it. But yeah, life's for living. My goodness. I'm trying to fill this thing up with all the memories that I possibly can. I think the thing is, I need to like try to share those memories so that one, I don't forget. I think that's one of the biggest reasons I take so many pictures is because I go so many places and see so much stuff. That sometimes, the little details will skip my mind, but then I can like look at a picture and I'll be like, oh my God, I remember that. There was a gigantic rattlesnake, on the road and we were freaking out or whatever. It's cool to like jumpstart those memories because I think you only really have like so much capacity. And eventually you start overriding and overwriting other stuff with new stuff. But it's always good to like have that jump start and just to look back and be like, oh yeah, that was cool. That was a lot of fun. I think traveling makes you a much more well-rounded individual as well, just because you're not in your little bubble of safety and you can see people from all over the place that live way different lives than, you would at home. Meet way different people. Yeah. The US is a crazy country. Like it it has so much to offer. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. It's cool. Life's for living. When is the last time you told somebody I love you? And when was the last time somebody told you I love you? I told you guys last night. I don't know if that counts. Um, Man, all my friends. I always tell all my friends I love them because I do. They're my people. Shoot, that was just 2 days ago. Yeah, like since my dad died and my one uncle that I was super tight with, he passed away too, not long after my dad died. And our whole family unit kind of dissipated quickly. So not having that family unit was a very, very hard thing to wrap my mind around because family has been like my whole life. Like my family was always super tight. We were always doing stuff for the holidays. We're always, hanging out, doing whatever. And once that dissolved, kind of had to shift to my chosen family, you know what I mean? And really make them a priority. And I just want them to know that I care about them. You know, they're my family. So yeah, they're really important to me. For whatever reason, you guys end up watching this or whatever. Love you. I mean that. What time is it? Are you a taker or a giver in personal relationships? Man, I'm a giver. I hate to say it. Yeah, I'm a giver for sure. I'm working on it hard. Setting boundaries so that I don't overextend myself. 'Cause I used to, man, just give till I was busted. And yeah, that's no good. So I've been really, really actively working on that hardcore, saying no a lot. But nobody's made us think about it. So that's okay. It's just setting boundaries for me and for the relationships and making myself a priority. And it's good. I feel good about it. I don't have any ill feelings about it. I don't lose any friends over it, anything crazy like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's good. It's a good move. Trying to be much more balanced individual. Okay, I'll leave you with this. If there were no thunder, men would have little fear of lightning. Yeah. A little bark but no bite. Something to think about. Okay. Gotta get to bed. I have to take this Tuesday by storm. Got meetings tomorrow and stuff. Hopefully they get my locks shipped out. Looks like they are, so that's good. But I don't know. I guess that's all I got tonight. It yeah, another day. We just keep on trucking. I guess we'll leave it at that. Derek, out. Don't forget I love you. Remember that. Okay? Got it? Love you.